everybody, welcome back to Pixie Woo. Today's makeup tutorial I'm going to do for you is of Gwen Stefani. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share, and if you have any other icons or celebrities that you love and you want us to recreate the makeup, don't forget to leave the name in the description box or in the comments section so that we can do it for you. Okay, let me get started because this is a long video. Hopefully I can cut it down so it's not quite so long, but she wears a ton of makeup on her face. So let's get going. Okay, so I've already moisturised my skin. I then want to add a little bit of primer because there's going to be a lot of makeup on my face, so I need to prime it. Let me find the primer. I've got so much makeup out here I can't find anything. Okay, I've got Hourglass Veil primer. And I'm going to work that all the way over my skin. Now I've got a bit of a tan. Normally I'm probably a similar colour, maybe not quite as fair as Gwen, but not far off. I'm going to try and lighten my skin a little bit for it. So this is like the glue that's going to keep that heavy foundation, full coverage foundation, in place. Now I don't care if people wear full coverage foundation. I think if you need it, wear it. But and now they've come on so far that you can get colours and finishes that don't look like they're stupidly heavy. Even the heaviest foundations now, if applied the right way, it can go on and look really, really beautiful. I've got a few. I have got Vichy Dermablend. I've got MAC Studio Fix Fluid, and I've got Illamasqua Skin. I think I'm going to go Vichy. This is going to be a bit light for me, but that's fine. I'm going to use the same brush that I was using before. I'm going to take that all over my skin. Look at that. So for those of you that suffer from acne or breakouts, this is a good coverage for you. And I always think it's safer to go lighter with your foundation and then add to it than to go darker and not be able to go backwards. I'm using an Expert face brush to apply the foundation. If you feel that you want even more coverage, then you want to use a foundation brush that's flat, like this, that wipes it onto the skin, because then you're not buffing it away. You want to use one that's slightly flatter if you want even more coverage still. I look like almost opaque in that mirror. Right, next, I'm going to move straight onto the eyes. I am going to take this Laura Mercier, this is Eye Basics Base in Peach. They come in lots of other colours. I use the peach one, which is why I've got it. And this is basically a primer for the eyes. I'm just going to take a domed shadow brush and work that over the eyelid. It's just going to give me a nice base to start off with for the products to cling to. Now I went for a peachy tone because I'm quite blue under the eye. I'm also quite blue in this whole orbital bone. So by adding a peachy tone, it's just going to warm it up a little bit. Now if you get little creases just in here, make sure you really buff that brush in that area. If you're like me, I get them. I'm 36. Gwen Stefani is 46. Can you believe that? That's crazy. Look how pale I look. Right, I then need a matte base, kind of vanilla-y tone eyeshadow. This one is Anastasia in Blank. I'm going to run that all the way over the eyelid just to lift that and give me a really blank canvas. I've gone for matte tones because Gwen quite often wears matte tones. She's quite similar. Her makeup is definitely inspired by Marilyn Monroe. Even though it's sharper, the edges, the lip shape, the eye colours are definitely taken from Marilyn. It's just a much more updated Marilyn look. Marilyn Monroe, not Manson. So I'm really putting that base right the way over the eye, and I'm going in this corner here where I have a bit of darkness. This is such a classic, timeless makeup. But first you have to blank out all your features. I'm going to go in with a light colour just in the waterline. I'm doing that first because I quite often do it right at the end and then I get white on the lashes and whatnot. So get it done first. There's three that I tend to go for. Either MAC, this is concealer pencil, the Charlotte Tilbury, or this one is Kiko, And they're all great, they all do the same thing. There's so many different makeup brands that you can buy that will all do a similar thing. So don't feel just because I'm using one, you have to go out and buy it. Unless I say this is a one-off, then I would have a look in your makeup bag and see what you've got to use. Flesh colour inside the waterline, which Marilyn Monroe also did. Before I do anything else, I'm going to move on to the liner. I have got Blacktrack by MAC and a fine liner brush. This is the bit that isn't so Marilyn. Although Marilyn did liner, she used a pencil and she kind of went down a little bit further. This is just an updated version, so it's slightly sharper. So follow the natural lash line. I'm then going to, almost as if that white line that I've drawn on was to continue, draw a line there, as if that's just continued on. Right, then to match up the other two sides, which I can never do, so don't worry if you can't. I literally think that nobody's faces are even, so don't stress yourself out. Do as much as you can and then look in the mirror and try and correct while you're looking at the mirror rather than stressing out. It is a stress. Liner is a stress. Why do we do it to ourselves? It's literally easy to do liner, or if you've got the right shape eyes, it's easy to do liner and then one day, you just can't do it anymore. Your eyes have changed, you literally are like, oh, it doesn't go like it used to. I swear that happened to me literally overnight. Now the difference with Marilyn's eyes is when she did the black liner, she came much lower with the flick, and it was using pencil as well. Okay, I then need to run the black liner just on the top waterline as well. So just look up and use the same brush, just run it there so it makes that little bit blacker, so you don't have the flesh colour showing through. I'm then going to take a black eyeshadow, and this is a Laura Mercier one, and I'm just going to run over that black liner just to make that set matter and even truer. Now I'm filming this video about a week in advance, reason being because I'm actually, let me check my phone's not on. I'm actually taking my husband to Vegas for his 40th birthday present. He has no idea. I've got loads of fall down here. Whoopsie. He has no idea. I booked it in February. And he says I never ever keep a secret because I get so excited to share what I've done that I'm like, oh, open your present now, open your present now. And because he said I never keep a secret, I have kept this bloody secret that is killing me. It's been so hard to do because I've had to make people pretend that he's got to work so that he won't book other things in, and yeah, we fly out. And the reason I booked Vegas is because, one, we've never been, and we always said that we would like to go to Vegas together, and two, I travel so much with Raw Techniques to America. One day I'm going to end up going to Vegas and I really want to experience that with him for the first time. It's like always been one of those things that we'll be like, oh, we'll go to Vegas one day. So yeah, very excited. Booked lots of meals and stuff, but I haven't booked too much because we've only got like 4 days there. I don't want to overdo it and then not have any time to do anything else that we might see that we enjoy. And actually, I booked for us to renew our wedding vows. He knows nothing. So even if he finds out that secret, I'm going to tell him the night before we go. Even if he finds out the secret that we're going to Vegas, then he won't know that. So I booked for us to renew our wedding vows. I'm just cleaning up under the eye in a drive-through in a pink Cadillac. And my husband wouldn't let me have, he sounds really mean, but it's fair enough. Ever since I was little, I wanted a certain song played at my wedding. If anyone knows the film Mannequin, the song Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now. If you don't know it, I'm not allowed to sing it because you're not allowed to sing on these. But Google it. And he said, I hate that song, you can't have it. So when I drive through in the car, they said, oh, if you want to bring your own music, you can. So I've I didn't know whether they'd play different, like whether it would be different music that you could play on the CD players there. So I ordered the CD from America, so I've got it to take with me. And as we drive through, I'm going to have that blaring out. And I haven't told him that we're doing it. Well, he doesn't even know we're going to Vegas, but I'm not going to tell him until last minute because I've booked it at 3 o'clock so we can be a little bit drunk. And also, I want to go to like a retro store, or I don't think they have charity stores, but you know, like a thrift store, and buy a random outfit. Like I want to wear a Stetson and be like, yeah, as we get married. So yeah, that's how, I'm so excited. I'm probably more excited than him. But the bad bit is I'm just going to take a concealer. This is Naked Skin Concealer by Urban Decay in Peach. It's like a colour corrector. What was I going to say? The worst bit is I had to organise him a birthday party as well because I don't want him to think that I haven't done anything for him. So I've got a 40th birthday party literally a couple of days after we get back. We are going to be absolutely knackered. And then I go to America for Real Techniques tour straight after. So I've got to get some videos done in advance. But yeah, so actually I'm telling you before he knows, but we'll be there already by the time. And this goes on literally, I think I might just have got back. So I've been to Vegas. It was fun. So this is a peach colour corrector. So it's going to just lift the under eyes again. I'm going to put other stuff on top. I had to put that on because the black fell down a little bit. Right, let's do brows. I'm going to take this Kevyn Aucoin Sheer Brunette brow pencil first. Have a look at Gwen's brow shape. These are very drawn in brows. They're like those perfect Insta brows. So this is quite a waxy pencil to start off with. Actually, avoid that pencil. I'm going to go in with another Kevyn Aucoin one. This one's Brunette, and it's a slightly more precise pencil. I don't know what it's called though. Nothing, just brow pencil I suppose. I must remember when I'm editing this to not do it around my husband, because I might kill my whole plan. So those are quite arched and they come round a bit further than mine. So they continue on a little bit further than my natural ones do. So we're getting a rough shape. I'm then going to take a concealer under the brow. Take a concealer pencil first. And get a soft brush and smudge that. Then I'm going to run some actual concealer over the top, so it blends that bit better. Right, then we're in with a touch of Eyeko Brow Gel, just to show that there's texture and hair there. Gwen does this as well. And we'll do the other brow off camera, because you've seen one, you don't need to see two. And then going back to the skin, I'm going to use Select Cover Up in NW20. And I want to run that under my eyes to lift under there. Mascara. I'm going to take my YSL mascara and pop lots of that on the lashes. And then I need some false lashes. I've got 2 pairs of Eylure lashes. I've got Enchanted Grace and Sexy Senorita. So I'm going to put both of those together to create the maximum lashage. So I'm going to hold them together and glue them at the same time. Hopefully gluing both stems together. Seams, stems, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm just going to place that on. Now, as you've probably noticed, I've not put any other eyeshadows through my eyeshadow socket. And the reason being is that I don't really need it, and neither does Gwen. Having a look at some of her pictures, sometimes she wears it, sometimes she doesn't. Similar to me, really. But if you find that you don't have that natural crease there, add a little bit of a stony kind of brown tone, just to add a natural shadow. Right, I'm then going to take a MAC Studio Fix powder and a sponge and powder that all into place. Sponge is going to give me a bit more coverage. And then this is not going to move. I'm then going to take a tiny bit of contour. I've got this medium sculpting powder by Kevyn Aucoin, can't speak. I'm going to take a small brush and just use a really small amount. And this is what the sort of colour product that you would use through the sockets if you needed to. Now I find the sculpting powder can look a little bit grey, so I'm going to just add a little bit of bronzer just over that to add a bit of colour around the hairline. And then onto the lips. Now I've got the Gwen Stefani lip range from Urban Decay. There's so many reds in that, but I've also got my own pick of colours as well. Firstly, I'm going to take this Barry M lip pencil in number 3. Now, Gwen Stefani really does a very 60s, a 50s style lip. So she's circular motions. It goes very rounded like that, which is very Marilyn. It's also very Rita Hayworth. So very rounded. So you can see how I'm slowly working that kind of half circle shape. My eyes are watering a little bit because I can't do lashes, so I'm just letting them dry and then I'm going to go back and touch them up. My eyes will not allow me to wear lashes, even if I use the latex free glue. The nose sounds blocked up, doesn't it? So this is a slightly harder pencil, which is why I'm using it to get my shape to start off with. Right, now in with the Rocksteady. And then in with the lipstick, and I'm going to go for Spiderweb. And there you have the finished Gwen Stefani makeup tutorial. Hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.